see you too.
Esteban, what have you and the team learned during this test so far, and what do you think you need to do to improve the car for the next test?
Well, I mean, at the moment we are focusing ourselves in checking all the new systems, the engine, the ERS, and obviously the priority is to do mileage, and this is what we have achieved today. We did a good amount of laps considering the circumstances, and yeah, I mean, obviously it's hard to really speak about the car in general. I mean, there's a lot of aerodynamic parts missing still, most of them, so to speak about the car balance is a bit difficult, and yeah, I mean, we are having some issues that we need to solve, and that we are pleased to look at them right now and to really find a solution for what's coming up next.
The full power unit integration, is everything working properly, no problem whatsoever?
No, at the moment everything is working fine. I mean, we were able to do quite a lot of laps. Obviously, you know, certain parameters which need to be correlated with others. There's the engine side together with all the electronics, and you know, on the team side, you know, which needs to correlate everything. It takes a bit of time, but it's a lot of software work. It's like a computer.
Before you got to Jerez, your engineers would obviously have gone through you with exactly how everything works. Is it all working exactly as they explained, or are there some unknown factors that are coming in?
Well, I mean, a little bit on the brakes, it's a bit tricky, but you know,
the recovery.
We're having some issues there, some issues that, you know, we know where is the problem, we know more or less the way to find the solution, but we need to still get more mileage and get everything off from there.
When you say under brakes, you mean rear brakes, yes?
Yeah, the rear.
So the KERS recovery system, what's it doing? Is it snatching, or is it locking, or?
Well, I mean, honestly, overall is not very consistent. It caught me by surprise when I went off track, and but after that, I mean, as I said, we kept running because it was important to get the mileage from the car. I was not being able to push obviously on the braking, but you know, to get the mileage was important.
What about the torque compared to last year? Is it noticeably more difficult out the corners?
It's not more difficult, it's more enjoyable. You have more power, and it's really, yeah, I'm enjoying the way it feels. You know, the turbo, how it's coming, and the progression of the engine is very interesting. I like it.
Are you in very different gears in the corners compared to last year?
Yeah, I would say you have more range, because you can either use second in the slow corner, or you can either use third, and you can, you know, early shift, and you can still get the power with this high torque.
The cars are obviously heavier. Can you feel the weight?
Well, it's not really representative at the moment, you know, depending on the fuel levels and stuff like that, but we need to wait more for that.
And the push, do you feel it?
The push on the engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Much different or what?
Yeah, it is really different. It's very different in the, you know, low revs compared
From low revs to high revs.
Yeah.
I think it's more brutal, or?
Yeah, it's like there is a lot of power, not much noise. Then the noise is coming later.
More noise than power than later. You mean?
More power than noise first, and then you get the noise. Yeah.
And the tyres, have you been able to get any impression of the tyres, or not yet?
Honestly, not really precise. I mean, I was on one set of hard tyres for quite long, and I was not really able to push, you know, to the limits. So basically, it's hard to comment on the tyres. But yeah, then I went on the medium at the end, and I had to stop straight away. But I mean, overall, they seem steady. Nothing really to talk about at the moment. I think we are pretty far from making a comment of the tires. Need to wait.
This This morning especially you seem to have a lot of problem by going out of the corner with a lot of more than the other car. Do you think maybe it's the piece, all the pieces we are not ready, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, honestly, we have the skull of the car only, and all the ergonomics parts, that are quite missing. So we need to wait. As I said, this test is really a focus on reliability and system checks and engine, all related to that.
So the 3 seconds off the pace is not the problem now.
At the moment, it's not really representative, because with the amount of things that the team needs to look at into the system and everything, and obviously, I mean, there was this small issue, and for safety, you are not able to push. So, mileage was important, but I'm sure that we will fix these issues, and that for Bahrain we will definitely be in a much better shape.
Last year, about the only extra driver input was the KERS. In other words, you put foot, you change gear, you turn, whatever, but you also had the KERS. Is there any more driver input required from these cars, and what do you have to do extra compared to last year's cars?
No, actually, I have to do less, because I don't have the KERS button. I mean, it's automatic. As a driver, I think it's more related to the strategy. You need to understand what every button is doing, what every system, how it's working, and how you can get a benefit from that to the strategy. And that is going to make the difference.
But don't you have to choose different maps all the time now because of fuel consumption, fuel economy? Yes. So isn't that more difficult?
No, it's a different characteristic. Good.
Thank you. You finished now?
Huh?
Tomorrow you're not driving.
I drove.
You've done your.